status. Then, false administration statements regarding Benghazi. Now, tapping up the phone records of some AP reporters. Political professor Jason Johnson joins us now to make sense of all of this. Okay, Jason, a lot's going on at the White House, apparently. Is this a sign of bigger problems, do you think? Is there anything else underneath there somewhere, under the carpet?
No, no one's going to care about this in 6 months. And the primary reason is because in America, we only care about scandals that relate to things that we can understand. We knew when Bill Clinton was dealing with Monica Lewinsky, everybody understands an affair. When George Bush lied about weapons of mass destruction, everyone understands a lie in a war. But none of these things have to deal with issues that affect regular people. So that's why it's not really affecting Obama.
See, like when people hear Benghazi, they're like, huh? Where? Huh? Who?
Yeah.
They don't really care.
Not really, because the truth about Benghazi is it was a mistake. The administration screwed up. Hillary Clinton screwed up. They lied about it. And then they had a hearing. And that's all there is to it. I mean, there's not much else to the story unless you think Obama intentionally wanted Foreign Service people to be injured.
Yeah, and anytime it sounds like they're just asking for more paperwork, the White House is. Okay, so CNN just released some new polls on these matters. On the issue regarding the IRS targeting conservative political groups, 42%, they say, of the public thinks that the GOP is overreacting. 54% say that they are not. And so we're kind of wondering here, how does the action of the IRS resonate with the public as a whole?
Well, we have to remember, nobody likes the IRS. So when you're dealing with a group that nobody really likes anyway, these expectations aren't very high. And the truth of the matter is, there haven't been any Republican groups that were denied their existence. I mean, they certainly, inappropriate behavior happened and people are supposed to be fired, but it's not a big enough scandal. It's really no different than what Clinton did with the IRS and what George Bush was doing with the IRS. So there's not enough here to really indict Obama. It hasn't stopped at his desk yet.
Okay, and then CNN also asked whether the GOP is overreacting to the inaccurate statements on the Benghazi whole thing by the Obama administration. What do you think? 37% say yes, 59% say no. What do you make of that?
Look, I don't think they're overreacting, but the problem is the question's already been answered. I mean, Hillary Clinton stood in front of everybody and said, okay, look, we screwed up, and now we're trying to find out what happened. So there's not really much else for the Republicans to discover at this point. And I think that's what a lot of Americans feel. It's justifiable investigation, but there's really no crime.
So with all of these controversies, the president's, his overall approval rating hasn't taken a hit. Why do you think that is? Is it good PR? Is it, I don't know?
It's the most important thing in America, which is jobs. As long as people are getting jobs, we're not that concerned about it. You know, if this drags on for another 6 or 7 months, maybe we'll care. But most people, you know, in flyover country, outside of Washington, D.C., people care about jobs. They care about if the Affordable Care Act is going to raise their taxes. These issues, they're going to be a tempest in a teapot in another 2 weeks.
And keep in mind, too, the president's, his overall approval rating, by the way, 53%, which is up from 51%. That was in early April, anyway. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I know.
What about this, Jason? What's your take on the White House staffers being told not to devote more than 10% of their time to controversies?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of weird numbers guy they've got back in the White House.
Right.
It's like, well, this is 10% of your time. 10% is on, you know, Minesweeper or Scrabble or whatever.
Or this is an issue, this is a non-issue.
Exactly. I don't really think it matters because ultimately what the White House is trying to do at this point is get the focus back on the job at hand. What can we do about the economy? What can we do about national security issues? And you don't want random staffers opening up their mouths to reporters and dragging this story out. So I don't think that's controversial. I think that's just normal, common sense White House PR.
Yeah, man, in the middle of controversy, you know somebody's going to leak a comment.
Exactly.
Just to get it going again. All right, political contributor Jason Johnson, thank you as always. Good to see you back.
We should be